Okay, if you could just introduce yourself and say a little bit about your role at DCLG.
Yeah, thank you, Lindsay, for asking me to do this video. So my name is Roni, and I'm a summer intern as part of the Summer Diversity Internship Program, and I'm based in the Growth Delivery, the Midlands Growth Delivery team here in Birmingham. There, behind is the building. And initially the internship was supposed to last for 7 weeks, but it has been extended for 2 more weeks. So altogether I spent 9 weeks at DCLG.
Okay, in a nutshell, would you be able to explain what you've been doing in the Midlands GDT as part of your internship?
Yeah, okay, the internship has been extremely diverse and dynamic, so I got to do loads of things. But just to name a few, my internship largely consisted of contract management work, compliance and audit, appraisals of application for European funding, project visits, shadowing and networking. My main focus of work, and also the overall GDT work, was basically assessing, approving, risk managing, monitoring and closing projects with European development, regional and development ERDF funding, aimed at business growth, innovation and research, ecological, environmental protection, low carbon economy shift, and many things like that. I've also took part in an exciting project, communications project for the Centre of Excellence team, and in fact this video is part of it. So the project was twofold. One element of it was interviewing GDT members of staff to create people profiles articles for the intranet, with the main aim to raise awareness of the Midlands GDT across the department. And then the second element was writing a spotlight story and creating this talking head video, basically to reflect back on my experience and also give some insight into the internship program to the wider kind of range of staff across the department, across the DCLG. And finally, to see the bigger picture and get a feel of the wider feel of the other work areas, I spent some time with the Criminal Cases Review Commission, DWP in their department who manages the European Social Funds programs, and also the Home Office with the Police Strategy and Reform Unit. So in a nutshell, that was my my experience.
Okay, great. And what would you say has been the most interesting or enjoyable thing you have experienced during your time?
That's a tough one. Well, having said all of this, I think you could imagine that there were loads of things that I've enjoyed. But if I have to name only one thing, I think that would be diversity. I absolutely loved the diversity of activities, events and training opportunities I had as part of the program. So just to give you a general idea, I've attended an MOD, Ministry of Defence, crisis management training, a resilience training, cross-governmental networking event with other interns from various departments, and I also even met with 2 ministers, the Minister for the Department for Transport, Paul Maynard, and also the DCLG's Minister, Marcus Jones. And I met the Permanent Secretary, Melanie Dose. So all of this has been probably, one of the most enjoyable things.
That sounds great. So what would you say it's been like working in DCLG as a department, particularly when you compare it to other government departments that you've worked in?
Yeah, well, I've written that in my spotlight story as well, but it felt like home. And what I mean by this is people, no matter what rank, no matter what role, they were absolutely amazing. They were really supportive, caring, and friendly, and encouraging as well. And I'm talking about people across the department as well as the GDT team. My line managers and my colleagues, they've encouraged me and they've advised me and supported me every time when I had any hesitations, questions. I've got loads of them. I had loads of them, and also any issues. And I think they brought the best out of me, and they gave me the chance to be myself. So this is one thing, and I will cheat here and I say that another thing that I really enjoyed working in the GDT and DCLG was the culture of sharing. So people in the civil service overall, they tend to share experiences, share ideas, knowledge, resources, and most importantly, they share cakes and banter, which is actually one of the perks of working for the civil service.
Okay, and finally, what do you think you will take with you in your future work tasks that you've learnt from the Midlands GDT but also DCLG as a whole?
Yeah, I think I will take loads of things, but one thing that I've learned and will stick with me for a while in the future is to be myself and do anything that actually my passion lies with. Because what I've learned so far, civil service teaches you that every person possesses individual and unique qualities and is capable of being a source of inspiration to other people, no matter background, culture or education. So everybody can do it, everybody can, achieve it. Yeah, this internship and this experience has been exceptional, and I will keep it close to my heart in the future, and I will always draw on the experience that I had for inspiration.
That's great. Thanks ever so much, Roni.
Thank you.
Thank you.